What is up, everybody? Happy Wednesday. It is hump day, my dudes. We're halfway through the work week, but I hope everyone's having a good day so far. But welcome back to the channel, the Crypto Sherpa Show, where I cover the latest cryptocurrency news articles just to keep you up to date on what's going on. And yes, I just read through the news articles. Maybe I'll have a little banter in there or something maybe I have to say about it. But I just cover the news so you guys are informed on what is going on in the space. But what's going on with Bitcoin right now? We had a nice little $3,000 spike going on, but it only lasted for 30 minutes. So yeah, Bitcoin touched 89,000 or touched $90,000. So yeah, pumped $3,300 from 87.1 thousand to 90.4 thousand dollars, and liquidated $160 million worth of short positions. And all of this happened in 30 minutes. So here's him catching the spike right then and there. But then as we see it now, we've come back to lows from where we were yesterday's price. So we were just hovering 86,000. So when I saw that spike, I was really hoping. It's like, yes, Santa rally's back on, but there's just no news to really sustain this. So it was just quick liquidations that happened. It was a nice spike. So if you're a Bitcoin trader and you're able to time that, get in on it, go out, buy back in, then you just got some more Bitcoin at that point. But no, so like, yeah, so man, we just gotta wait and see what happens. But yeah, I'm looking around the news and everything. I'm looking at the ETF charts, and yeah, so Bitcoin ETFs are still down. They are in the red right now. No, none of the Bitcoin ETFs are in the green. When we look at the inflows and outflows, looks like for today we still have more outflows than we do inflows. Yesterday was nothing but outflows or nothing at all. So until we get Bitcoin inflows that start going in again, then and into the ETF space, Bitcoin's price is just really going to be on the not retail, but just the normal individual buying Bitcoin or the treasury companies out there. But we do need more Bitcoin ETF inflows going to really see some price movement again happen. But because outflows, it just causes the price to go down. But that's what's really going on with Bitcoin's price right now. But there is still some bullish news around Bitcoin. Like we always say, like there will be a day when you can accept your salaries in Bitcoin. And who's starting off this journey? Well, of course, Steak and Shake. So yeah, Steak and Shake announces it will give employees of its 400 plus locations the option to be paid their salary in Bitcoin. So this is awesome news. This is like them setting the roadmap for like what everyone should be doing. Because again, like how do you live the Bitcoin self-sovereign lifestyle? It's like everything's just got to be outside the old system. So if you can start accepting your payments in Bitcoin, then that leaves you the on-ramp now. You don't have to worry about going to Coinbase, going to going to Kilo and Brown, or any exchange wherever you buy Bitcoin. Like you don't have to worry about that on-ramp anymore. It's just you're getting it right there. So you don't need to worry about that 3%, 5% fee, whatever they charge. It's like it's already there. And then to live that sovereign lifestyle, you just put aside, like, I don't know, maybe do it in a stable coin. Like once you have the Bitcoin, trade it for a stable coin. Here's my groceries, bills, everything it needs to cover. And then that way you don't have to worry about volatility. If you do want to just hold the Bitcoin, that's usually what I do because I like playing that game. I like seeing Bitcoin's price go up. Oh, I just had some more money there. But if you want to just ensure that your bills get paid, that's how you do. You just convert it to a stable coin or just pull that other little bit out. Now you have fiat, you can pay your bills, but you still have some leftover Bitcoin that you got instead of just having to buy it. It's just you got paid it. So this is where we're heading, and I love seeing this news. So I wonder who's going to take up the next thing. But Steak and Shake has really been booming with just showing how companies should start utilizing Bitcoin to everyday business or how they should change. Because again, once they started accepting Bitcoin payments, basically gets rid of the credit card transaction fees and wait times. It's in their wallets instantaneously. So they have the capital right there. Let's see, they're promoting Bitcoin burgers and like fries and all that stuff. So they're just even promoting Bitcoin, like just getting the logo out there. And every time they make a purchase, they donate like 10% or they do it some percent to, I think, the Bitcoin organization or some development company in Bitcoin's in Bitcoin's development area. So it's like they're improving also Bitcoin's ecosystem. And then what else? Now, just even this alone, just having they're paying their employees in Bitcoin. So they are just really jumping the gun and it's like really going all in, and I love it. So that's some bullish news on Bitcoin. And then you know who's very bullish? I listened to it on Ivan on Tech this morning, and he posted this tweet like, guys, if you're not listening to Ivan on Tech, I think you should, because he's my first thing I listen to, because he goes on like at 2 a.m. here in America. I think he's not in Sweden anymore. Is he Belarus? Or that's where he was born? He's moved somewhere, but he's on the European time zone. So he's always on super early, but it was just funny. Like he played a clip from Tom Lee Jones saying like, yeah, Bitcoin is going to 200,000 in January. Can it happen? And they discussed about that. Like that would be a 5x in 2 months. So that'd be cool. I love his bullishness on it, but we'll see how that plays out. But let's dive into the news now. What is going on? I got 2 Bitcoin news articles and then 2 altcoin news, or one altcoin, which is Theta Network. Something I was tagged in the post, and yeah, something's going on there with a lawsuit. So I'm going to cover that article and see what's happening. But I feel it's like a day-to-day process now of what's going on over there. But now, and then also Exodus and Moonpair come out with stablecoin. So small, short articles a day. So again, there was nothing really to sustain the price of Bitcoin going up today. No one was talking about what just happened. It was just the liquidation that took place. But yeah, so let's start off with the news and talk about the Lightning Network and how it just hit the record capacity on crypto exchange adoption. So Lightning Network capacity reached an all-time high as exchanges increased adoption, while new Taproot Assets update has enabled multi-asset transactions. So Bitcoin Layer 2, the Lightning Network, has reached a new all-time high capacity high amid increased adoption from major crypto exchanges and functionality improvements. Now, the Lightning Network capacity reached 5,606 Bitcoin on Monday, beating its previous record in March of 2023, according to Bitcoin Visuals. Now, the Lightning Network and analytics platform Ambos also reported that a capacity peak of 5,637 Bitcoin, worth approximately $490 million on Tuesday. So that was a new peak there. So data is showing a surge in capacity as of in November and December, following a year of declines as more Bitcoin was added to the network, enabling faster and cheaper transactions. And the number of Lightning nodes, which open payment channels with each other that are funded with Bitcoin, was at 14,940, which is down from the March 2022 peak of 20,700. While the number of the channels between these nodes was at 48,678, also down from the 2022 peak. So different nodes out there. Okay, so this isn't Bitcoin. These are the amount of Lightning Network nodes that are operating. So it's down, but they're at 48,000 right now. Now, the data indicates that more Bitcoin is being added to the Lightning Network, but not necessarily a corresponding increase in usage as measured by the number of nodes and channels. But more companies are using Lightning Network channels. I believe they did have, I'm pretty sure Square uses Lightning Network, and they just upgraded all their basically POS systems to any merchant using their systems can literally accept Bitcoin right there. And I'm pretty sure it's Lightning Network. So that is definitely more companies using it, especially whoever's using Square. And then again, Steak and Shake, they were the first ones to really be the first company in America to start accepting it. But it's not just one company that's putting more Bitcoin into the Lightning Network. It's across the board, said Ambos. It highlighted that the large crypto exchanges such as Binance and OKX have been depositing more Bitcoin onto the Lightning Network this month, explaining the capacity jump. And here we see Binance is red, Block is blue, OKX is lime green, and LNBG is green. So yeah, as we can see here at this point, starting from the 14th, they have been increasing. Are they going from this day, or at least since October? Everyone has been kind of increasing, except for Block. Block's kind of been steady with them adding to their capacity. But OKX, yeah, they definitely had 2 big spikes of adding it, but then also drops. So I wonder what happened there. But the stablecoin issuer Tether announced on Tuesday that it has led an $8 million investment round in Bitcoin startup Speed to enable stablecoin payments on the Lightning Network. Meanwhile, popular crypto wallet MetaMask just added Bitcoin support this week, though it stated that transactions would use the native SegWit derivation path and not the Lightning Network. And yeah, that was really big news right there. Here you can see my MetaMask browser up here. Let me just log in. Got very little money in it, but see up here now with accounts, Bitcoin native blockchain network. I know it's kind of tiny for you guys, but there's my Bitcoin address. MetaMask now holds Bitcoin, so that is awesome. But Taproot Assets get an upgrade. Lightning Labs announced on Wednesday that it had upgraded Taproot Assets to V0.7, enabling reusable addresses, a fully auditable asset supply, and larger, more reliable transactions. Now, Taproot Assets is a multi-asset Lightning protocol, enabling assets like stablecoins to be minted on Bitcoin and then sent over the Lightning Network. Now, stablecoins currently live mostly on centralized or less secure networks, so Taproot Assets enable them to leverage Bitcoin security while achieving instant, low-fee transfers through the Lightning Network. Now, the new auditable supply feature ensures transparency without requiring trust. Now, this could help Bitcoin and Lightning become a multi-asset network, according to Lightning Labs. Now, with this release, we are laying the foundation for trillions of dollars to flow on Bitcoin and Lightning. And that is pretty true. So yeah, the more they add to it and the more channels we grow, yeah, everyone, and also yeah, adding stablecoin capabilities making it cheaper. So just having to rely on like Ethereum. So hopefully it does get stronger. But I know these transactions are private on Lightning, so that's at least some more bullish news. That's showing at least the Lightning Network and Bitcoin's adoption, because that was a barrier to Bitcoin. It was like, how can we use Bitcoin in everyday transactions if like transactions take 10 minutes, half an hour? It's like it's not the best way to buy a coffee. That's where Lightning Network came into play, which is a technically like a layer 2 or a layer 0, but it's not on the main blockchain. It's off the chain. Then we have all these nodes out here to create with channels to create a instant fast transaction to happen, and then it'll relay back onto the normal Bitcoin blockchain eventually. But yeah, so Lightning Network is just the kind of the evolution for Bitcoin too, just to make it ideal, because now you can go to the coffee shop, Steak and Shake, send your Bitcoin to their machine, boom, it's done. You get your receipt, and then your food or order comes out. So Lightning Network is created to make Bitcoin literally usable for everyday purchases. But yeah, so that's some pretty good news there. So awesome. I like bullish news for Bitcoin, especially with all these times going on. But now let's continue on. We have Bhutan pledges up to 10,000 Bitcoin to build new mega cities. So interesting. This comes from Bitcoin Magazine. Bhutan is pledging up to 10,000 Bitcoin for its Jilifu mindfulness city. That's nearly $1 billion at current prices. Now, Bhutan has committed up to 10,000 Bitcoin to support the long-term development of the Gilifu Mindful City, or GMC, marking one of the most ambitious sovereign uses of Bitcoin for national infrastructure and economic development to date. Now, the Himalayan Kingdom unveiled that Bitcoin development pledge this week, allocating portions of its sovereign Bitcoin holdings, valued at roughly $860 million to $1 billion at current prices, now to back the new special administrative region in southern Bhutan. Now, officials emphasize that the allocation is intended to preserve capital over the long term rather than fund near-term spending through asset sales. So instead, Bhutan is exploring mechanisms such as collateralized lending, treasury and yield strategies, and intentional long-term holding to finance infrastructure and development while maintaining exposure to Bitcoin's potential appreciation. Now, the final decisions on how the assets will be deployed are expected in the coming months, according to the government. Now, Gilifu, I'm pretty sure I'm saying that incorrectly, but I'm saying it. Gilifu Mindful City is central to Bhutan's broadened efforts to diversify its economy beyond hydropower and tourism, now while remaining aligned with the country's development philosophy centered on sustainability and social well-being. Now, the project launched in 2024 and is designed as a future economic hub focused on finance, technology, green energy, healthcare, agriculture, and high-value tourism. The city spans roughly 1,544 square miles, about 10% of Bhutan's territory near the Indian border. Now, Bitcoin as a commitment to Bhutan's youth. Now, King Jigme Khesar Nagamil Wangchuk announced that the Bitcoin committed during this National Day address, framing it as a generation investment aimed at creating quality jobs and opportunities for Bhutan's youth. So, as your king, I must ensure that every Bhutanese is custodian, stakeholder, and beneficiary of GMC, he said. Now, the commitment is for our people, our youth, and our nation. Now, a new land policy associated with the project will treat landowners as shareholders in the city's development, ensuring that citizens across all regions share in the economic upside. Now, since much of the land involved is state-owned, the government says the benefit will be broadly distributed nationwide. Now, Bhutan's Bitcoin holdings stem from years of state-backed mining operations powered by surplus hydroelectric energy. Beginning around 2019 and 2020, the country quietly converted excess renewable power into digital assets, positioning itself as one of the earliest sovereign Bitcoin miners. Officials say that the strategy allows Bhutan to monetize unused energy capacity without increasing environmental impact. Now, estimates of Bhutan's total Bitcoin reserve vary by analytics provider, ranging by the roughly 6,000 to more than 11,000 Bitcoin, placing the kingdom among the world's largest sovereign Bitcoin holders. Now, the Bitcoin pledge builds on a broader national blockchain strategy already underway. Bhutan has rolled out crypto-enabled payments across its tourism sector through partnerships with DK Bank and Binance Pay, allowing visitors to pay with more than 100 digital assets at hotels, airlines, and local merchants. Now, more than 100 tourism-related businesses now accept crypto payments, And the country has also introduced TER, T-E-R, a sovereign-backed digital token reportedly supported by physical gold reserves, and recently anchored its national digital identity system on Ethereum, enabling nearly 800,000 citizens to access public services through blockchain-based verification. Now, GMC itself has designated Bitcoin and 2 other crypto as strategic reserve assets, making it one of the earliest jurisdictions to formally hold multiple cryptocurrencies at the municipal or regional level. Now, Green Digital Ltd. Is the infrastructure firm leading GMC's development and is focused on green energy-powered data centers and blockchain infrastructure as part of the city's long-term vision. Now, earlier this month, Bhutan also entered a multi-year partnership with Cumberland, DRW, to support Bitcoin reserve management, sustainable mining expansion, and broader digital asset infrastructure, including potential stablecoin initiatives. Now, at the current price of Bitcoin, their 10,000 Bitcoin would be worth $877 million, or $877,500,000. And this was reported by CoinDesk and help with the background for this article. So, yeah, pretty cool. So again, this little country out there, like they came out of nowhere. When we first heard that they had a Bitcoin reserve and stockpile, like that was huge. So again, not just the US. This isn't just a US thing, like for crypto and Bitcoin's adoption or just blockchain adoption in general. It is like, it's a worldly thing. So like whatever happens in like one country, like it may play a little effect on like the price and just everything else to it, but it doesn't going to be the whole. Because like when we saw China bans Bitcoin mining for certain people, yeah, that hurt the price, but the miners just moved to a friendlier country. That news came out. So again, this is bullish adoption news, and I just love it. So let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll dive into our altcoin news, specifically Theta, and what's going on with this lawsuit. And that's right, there's a lawsuit. Something happened. So I'm going to cover that news article, and we can talk about it and see where it takes us. So let me find where our commercials are. It's over here. All right, so we'll be right back after these messages.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.
Yes, and if you want to take advantage of our confidential bulk purchases, just got to be a member of the club. If you need more information, go to bitcoinben.io or give us a call at 941-413-8080, and we'll be glad to answer any questions you may have. But let's continue on with the news. I was going to dive right back into the Theta, but I kind of laughed at this Twitter post I was seeing. First was Vivek Sen tweeting out, Bitcoin is ripping right now. We are so back. That was 2 hours ago. And then literally an hour later, what do you call this pattern? I just had a good laugh. What do people say? What kind of pattern is this? Hold on, Santa rally? Oh, I guess so, right? Santa, there's our Christmas tree. Middle finger pattern. So that was pretty funny to see. But yeah, I always like to scrolling through Twitter, seeing if anything popped up during the show that I can share with you guys. And yeah, looks like Michael Saylor is still just traveling and talking to banks. We already know where he tweeted a photo of like, where am I? And everyone said, that's JP Morgan's like conference room or whatever. And now he's with Morgan Stanley. So he's still making his way through there. Let's see, what else do we have? I think I saw we got confirmation about, yes, Bank of Japan has confirmed it will increase its interest rates by 75 basis points in 3 days. And that was 9 hours ago. So technically 2 days, because this is going to happen on December 19th, or the decision is going to be made on December 19th. So yeah, that Bitcoin may be in for another dip just because of this, or again, we don't know. I'm just taking it day by day. So because again, some people say this news is already priced into the price of Bitcoin, so it shouldn't play a role. So again, we just got to see what happens, but as charts and patterns say anything, Bitcoin will dip because of the news. But that's what I'm just saying. Okay, now let's kind of continue on though with what's going on with Data Network. I was tagged in this by Pops and Mags. What's up, boys? It's been a while. I know I haven't done just a separate Theta Network video in a bit. But yeah, always check out Pops and Mags podcast. They have a pretty fun podcast to listen to. It's been a while, guys, but keep up the great work. But they tweeted me and tagged me, wow, this Theta lawsuit is something else. I encourage everyone to take their team colors off and actively read. So yeah, I am a Theta-holic, but I want to know what is going on with my project. So let's read this article on former Theta executives accuse crypto firm CEO of fraud and retaliation. So 2 former Theta Lab executives filed whistleblower lawsuits alleging deceptive token practices and retaliation by the company and its CEO. So what is it? So in brief, former Theta executives Jerry Kowal and Andrea Berry filed the separate lawsuits in California. Now, I remember Andrea Berry stepping down, and we didn't really get any vague news. I remember seeing posts about her saying time will tell or something, but yeah, the complaints allege of misleading partnerships, token manipulation, and NFT marketplace abuses. Now, the following describes a year-long pattern of alleged self-dealing tied to Theta's tokens and NFT platform. So that's a little brief of it. Let's get the whole story. So 2 former senior executives at blockchain firm Theta Labs have filed whistleblower lawsuits in California, alleging the company and its chief executive, Mitch Liu, engaged in a years-long pattern of deception, market manipulation, and retaliation. Now, the complaints filed separately in Los Angeles Superior Court by former executives Jerry Kowal and Andrea Berry. They allege that Liu used Theta Labs and its parent company, Sliver VR Technologies, to inflate token prices through misleading partnerships and undisclosed insider token sales, while retaliating against employees who raised concerns. Now, Liu and representatives for Theta Labs did not immediately respond to Decrypt's request for comment. So we got to take this news day by day, guys, because again, until we get the full story, I guarantee Liu and them will address it in due time. But this is what we're getting from just what's happening now. So Theta Labs is a Delaware incorporated blockchain company developing the Theta Network, a decentralized platform focused on media delivery, computing, and storage, including a newer hybrid cloud layer called Theta Edge Cloud, according to the company's white papers and documentation. Now, the network uses 2 primary tokens, Theta token for its governance and staking, and then T-Fuel for transaction fees and network services. Now, plaintiffs in this case characterize a years-long pattern of self-dealings tied to Theta Labs' crypto token and NFT marketplace. Now, they called it a pump and dump. Mitch Liu used Theta Labs as his personal trading vehicle, perpetrating fraud, self-dealing, and market manipulation. And Mark Mermelstein, one of the attorneys representing Kowal through Holmes, Athy, Cohen, and Mermelstein, told Decrypt that Liu's calculated pump and dump schemes repeatedly wiped out investors and employee value. Mermelstein alleged that this suit is about demanding accountability and proving no one is above the law. Now, those actions were perpetrated by corporate tech titan and his companies against his own employees and the public at large, Kowal's complaint reads. Now, Liu's alleged schemes also included generating false bids for non-fungible tokens, with some link to high-profile partnerships with celebrities such as Katy Perry, per the complaint. Now, over the course of her employment at Theta, Berry, the other complaint, learned of witnesses and reported numerous instances of fraudulent conduct and self-dealing by Theta employees and executives. Now, a copy of her complaint reads that those instances include schemes aimed at inflating the price of Theta token and then personally enriching Mitch Liu, it adds. Now, Liu's primary goal was pumping up the value of Theta token, Berry's complaint alleges, including through fake or otherwise highly misleading partnerships with high-profile companies, aka the Google partnership. So Berry's complaint also targets Theta's prior claims about Google, alleging the crypto company publicly misrepresented a routine cloud service arrangement as a strategic partnership. Now, Theta announced a partnership with Google in May of 2020, and Barry's complaint alleges that the relationship was limited to a cloud services agreement in which Theta agreed to spend roughly $7 million on Google Cloud products, characterizing Theta as a customer rather than a strategic partner. Now, the complaint claims that characterization was used to suggest external validation and technological endorsement that did not exist, misleading investors and the broader community about the nature of the relationship. Now, two other instances of self-dealing were noted, where Theta's purported partners are in fact other companies created by a wholly owned by Lu, and the complaint alleges. So these are the complaints going up against Theta. So again, false representation with like the Google partnership, because when I got in, heard about the Google partnership and everything, but Andre is claiming it was just a contract. So Theta was just a customer by agreeing to pay for $7 million for cloud services. And then what was the other stuff that they talked about with Katy Perry? And Lu's alleged schemes also include generating false bids for non-fungible tokens. So who knows about that? Because with those non-fungible tokens, like you could bid on, and also a chance, not bid on, you're just, wait, are you bidding on it? I forgot how you did that. Oh yeah, basically you're buying an NFT token, and then some of them came with a chance, I think, to win, what was it? That giant lion of Katy Perry's thing, and then there was some other Katy Perry merch, and they had different deals with that. It's been a while, but yeah, what does the community though have to say with this tweet? Let's take a look at that. So, let's see, the artist formerly known as Swampy. Wow, this is big time here. Can we join? And we got a lot of people in the Theta community going, ooh, what's going on here? So they're kind of just really thinking. Smack Nachi, so the price is measured of the token's success and future, but at the same time, we're suing Mitch for wanting to bring value and increase the price of the token. That's hilarious. Lucky Van for that. We have to wait, who says they themselves didn't do this kind of thing, knowing that Jerry was employed by Netflix and Amazon before Theta, and that he filed a complaint against his employers. He would do the same thing there. So I would have to fact check that to see if that's accurate. Was he previously at Netflix and Amazon, and did he file a complaint just like what's going on now? So And let's see, two dudes in a hot tub. There's so much details in the complaints. Employee kickbacks, Pine stuff alone will be shocking. So yeah, that's what everyone's really talking about. So this is going to be big news for Theta. We just got to wait and see, get more information here at Theta Network's side and see what they're going to be doing. But what's been going on with Theta? Let's see. I haven't covered them in a while. Let's see. Today they just published the T-Drop 2.0 white paper outlining how T-Drop moves into application layer incentives for AI compute and real usage across Theta's ecosystem. AI isn't going anywhere, and neither are we. And they literally just tweeted this. So, 2.0. I wonder what T-Drop's actually going to be getting into. Like, I don't have time to cover this white paper. Like, this would be have to be a Theta episode if I were to do it. But no, I still have some T-Drop tokens, because just every time I would be, back in the day when they were doing the token allocations, I was staking Theta tokens at the time, so I got rewarded T-Drop. And so I have some, and I was always wondering what their use case would have been. Like, there was voting for the Theta Drop marketplace or website, and then that was it. But yeah, so the white paper is out. Definitely go give that a read. And let's see, was there anything else going on with Theta? Let's go to their Twitter page. Let's see. So outside of that lawsuit, fuddish news, and again, we just got to wait to see what else is going to be going down with them. But let's see, I know they had something else. Oh yeah, but Theta Edge Cloud. So the new infrastructure upgrade for Theta Edge Cloud announced. All users of NVIDIA H100s get the new H200 GPU at the same price now. So 141 gigabytes of VRAM and up to 2 times faster speeds for training and interference. So yeah, Theta Networks, their hybrid edge cloud system is, I can never tap into that. That exceeded my digital expertise, coding and doing all this, actually building stuff. So that went beyond me, but no, that's pretty cool for these. I like hearing these news for this. I know it's upgrades happening. So yeah, but nothing else has really been going on with Theta Network. Let's see. I know we saw a photo of him, Mitch Liu, with, who was it? Commissioner Hester Pierce. That was a little bit ago. So yeah, so again, this is what's been going on with Theta Network. Again, what's this one? See, we're excited to share a new AI agent for Yusan HDFC is now live on FC. So still making partnerships with sports teams as well. But yeah, so this little bump in the road for Theta. Let's just see how this lawsuit carries out. What's true, what's not, who's going to win. But that's what's going on with Theta Network. And let's see, let's go on to our last article on Exodus and MoonPay team up to introduce a dollar-backed stablecoin for everyday payments. So everyone's getting a stablecoin, literally. That's the time we have. But I just see this as it's the transition. If everyone's getting a stablecoin, everybody starts using stablecoins. It's like a lot of like the normal population is like going into the stablecoin sector for some reason. Trust me, like I had one person like literally buy RLUSD going, oh, I got this coin. Like, yeah, it's going to go somewhere. And then I'm just like sitting there going, it's a stable coin. It's not going to raise in price at all. So there a lot of people, like more people are getting into the crypto space through stable coins, but they're uneducated still. But it is like kind of the transition point though. They get it, they have it. Now they need to practice. Okay, it's in my wallet. I have a cryptocurrency, or hopefully they have a wallet. It's not on exchange. It's like, I have my own self-custody wallet. How do I move this around? Oh, let me buy some Bitcoin. So it's just the transition we're going to. Like, stable coins have a role to play until Bitcoin is the reserve for the world. But let's go over this article and hear about this new coin. So the stable coin will be powered by Exodus Pay, enabling global digital dollar spending with self-custody. So digital asset platform Exodus has partnered with crypto payments firm MoonPay to roll out a US dollar-backed stablecoin designed for everyday use. Now, the Exodus movement, known for its self-custodial crypto wallet, said Tuesday that the fully reserved digital dollar is scheduled to launch in early 2026. Now, the asset will be issued and managed by MoonPay and built using the MO, a stablecoin infrastructure platform that enables companies to create and operate custom fiat-backed tokens. I don't think it's the first time I'm hearing about MO. Like, built using MO. I feel like is that a company that literally builds stable coins for other companies? I gotta remember that. But Exodus paid to bring self-custodial digital dollar spending to global users. So the yet-to-be-named stablecoin will be integrated into Exodus Pay, a forthcoming payments feature within the Exodus app. Now, the goal is to allow users to spend and send digital dollars globally while maintaining self-custody and without requiring technical knowledge or cryptocurrencies or blockchain networks. Now, stablecoins are quickly becoming the simplest way for people to hold and move dollars on-chain, but the experience still needs to meet the expectations set by today's consumer apps, said JP Richardson, co-founder and CEO of Exodus. He also added that the project aims to make digital dollar payments as seamless as traditional financial apps, starting with Exodus Pay. Now, MoonPay will distribute the stablecoins across its global network, supporting buying, selling, and swapping, and deposits and checkout services. And here is a tweet from MoonPay just announcing the partnership, and the Exodus stablecoin is coming. Now, according to the company, this broad integration is intended to give the digital dollar immediate real-world utility for consumers, merchants, and partner applications. Now, the collaboration comes as MoonPay expands its enterprise stablecoin business, launched in November, which focuses on issuing and managing compliant digital dollars across the multiple blockchains. Now, its integration with the MO allows stablecoins to be programmable and interoperable while also remaining tailored to specific. So there we go. I went out for some reason. Do not know, but we're back. But let's continue on. I think I left off right here. So its integration with MO allows stablecoins to be programmable and interoperable while remaining tailored to specific product use cases. So yeah, now enterprises wanted stablecoins that are programmable, interoperable, and tailored to its specific product experience, said Luca Prosperi, co-founder and CEO of MO. Now our infrastructure is built to support the flexibility at scale. Now, the Genius Act sparks renewed stablecoin push across banks and crypto firms. The announcement lands amid renewed surge of interest in stablecoins following the passage of the Genius Act in July, which established a federal regulatory framework for fiat-backed stablecoins in the U.S. Now, since then, banks and crypto firms alike have accelerated their efforts to launch proprietary digital dollars. This year alone, we have seen the Trump family-linked World of Finance introduce USD1 stablecoin. I haven't heard much about that recently. And then we also have Stripe roll out stablecoin base accounts in more than 100 countries. And then Tether announces plans for a regulatory compliant token dubbed USAT or USAT. Yeah, that's what it was. So despite the influx of new entrants, the market remains heavily concentrated. Tether's USDT dominates with roughly 60% of the market share and about 186 billion in circulation, while Circle's USDC holds around 25% with market cap of 78 billion. Now, together, the two account for roughly 85% of the $300 billion global stablecoin market out there. So, yeah, any stablecoin that comes up, they got some big shoes. No, they don't even got big shoes to fill. They got a big lineup of competition ahead of them. So that's how I'm seeing like all these stablecoins when they come out. Because again, Tether and USDC alone dominate 80% of that. Tether being the bigger one of USDC. So any stablecoin I see come out, it's like, yeah, this is cool. Let's see how this plays out. But that's what's going on with Exodus and MoonPay and should be rolling out in 2026. Now, that is it for all the news I have for you. It looks like, take a look at the Fear and Greed Index. Where are we at? We are at a 25, so we're moving up in the space. So people are getting a little less fearful, even though we have I guess we had that rise and dip right there. Bitcoin is still currently at $86,700, so we didn't get a spike up during the show as we moved up. Ethereum's at $2,800, whereas XRP $1.88. So, wonder what's going to go on. I did see a lot of XRP and Ripple news articles, but I don't know why I didn't bring it up. But XRP is down. Solana $123. So, interesting. Let's take a look at crypto bubbles really fast. Let's just take a look at the altcoin space, which is not crypto potato. I want crypto bubbles. But yeah, so crypto bubbles, yeah, with Bitcoin being shaky, like all coins are very risky right now. So just be cautious. I still hold some of my altcoins. I'm just holding right there. I position them because again, you gotta be cautious with some coins out there. Like when you check your portfolio, go, because some coins can go to zero and not come back up. So I'm happy with my bag, still my portfolio, what I have for alts, the DEX coins, and all that stuff. So I'm just sitting, waiting. Hopefully an alt season comes around. Like again, we didn't really get it for this last cycle. But I'm just sitting that. But altcoins, yeah, looking very risky right now. Still bullish on Bitcoin, though. Even though we don't have the inflows for the ETFs news coming in, or we're not getting much buying news too from institutions. It's happening, but it's not as much as it used. So we need definitely more of that to be really bullish. But I'm liking how Lightning Network's going, and how about Bhutan, as well as even Stake and Shake, just allowing their employees to accept payment in Bitcoin, because that's huge right there. So guys, everyone have an awesome Wednesday. Again, join the club if you want to take part of our programs, and again, take advantage of our confidential bulk purchase programs. That's like the best thing. I think that's one of our best programs we offer, because you want to be like the big guys out there. They're buying over the counter, they're buying private, they don't want the price to fluctuate at all. So this is how they're doing it. So we're giving you that option. Just go to bitcoinben.io, sign up for our programs membership or any club membership, and that will gain you access to it. So everyone take care, have an awesome Wednesday, and I will see you again tomorrow at noon.
What if I told you a truck driver cracked the code to building a crypto empire? Meet Bitcoin Ben. He went from driving 18-wheelers to creating 6 different ways for regular people to stack Bitcoin and build wealth. This isn't just another crypto course. This is a complete ecosystem where you earn while you learn. First up, the confidential bulk purchase program. Get Bitcoin at wholesale prices through group buying power. Then there's Home to HODL. Convert your home equity directly into Bitcoin instead of cash. Need funding? The Loans for Bitcoin program gets you the capital to buy more crypto. Want passive income? Private Key Capital puts your Bitcoin to work. Hungry for something different? Bitcoin Ben's tokenized beef lets you invest in real cattle backed by blockchain technology. And if you want to mine? Bitcoin Ben's mining program gets you started with the right equipment and knowledge. But here's the kicker. Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club pays you to learn. Earn 10% on direct referrals, 5% on second level, 2% on third level. This might be the only membership where you make more than you pay. Ben went from 10 years behind the wheel to becoming the world's most unlikely crypto expert. Now he's sharing everything through live training, community events, and proven systems that work. Ready to stop watching from the sidelines? Join Bitcoin Ben's Crypto Club today and start stacking sats while building your financial future. Your truck driving days are over. Your crypto empire starts now.